the thing about having open discussions with people who are just as open-minded kind of makes everything go that much more smooth. Now, you may not always see eye to eye, but I do feel like it's important for people to have a dialogue when it comes to certain topics that may be uncomfortable, but they need to be had, especially when intentions are pure and the overall goal is to help build. That's what it's all about. So on today's show, I sat down with my good friend Castro, and we just went off on so many topics that have happened over the past couple of months, from same-sex marriage to love being an illusion to parenting, which is funny because none of us are parents, but hey, we gave it a try. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another one. Welcome back to the State of Mind podcast. And today I got a special guest, my good friend. I don't know, man, my intros are just weird now. But I got my boy Castro in the building. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. Humble.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, no,
you guys are the homies, man. I had to bring you on. Yeah. But hey, man, toast to an almost ending year, I guess.
Yeah.
But
happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah, thank you. Oh,
it was last month.
Yeah, it was. Eh?
Exactly. Yeah. No, but I did wish you. I called you.
You did. I think you were one of the rare few. Everybody was just.
Yeah, ne?
But I don't blame people for that. Like, I'm not active on social media like that, as far as putting pictures of me and like, nah.
Yeah. No, as far as that birthday thing goes, I even removed like my birthday from social media. Like only people that are close to me know when my birthday is.
Now I feel guilty because I don't know.
It's okay.
Remind me. Give me like a hint, bro. Give me a hint.
Yeah, it's in December.
I December babies.
Yeah.
That much I remember.
Day after Daniel's birthday.
But Daniel is okay, now we're not getting into that.
No.
I have an idea.
Yeah, you can go do your research after this one.
I can do my research on this one. Like, yo. But other than that, man, what you been up to, man? What you been getting up to?
Web development mainly.
Yeah.
And school at the same time. Yeah, so
back to school again.
Been in school.
I thought
still there. I just haven't graduated.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, it's a runaround.
Yeah. No, somebody actually shed light on the situation I was in. An elder, and they've heard about me doing one course and then do it for a year and be like, nah, this is not me, move on to another one.
Yeah.
And what she actually said is, and that is what I can attest to, if you're intelligent and you're young, deciding on which career path you're going to go into is difficult because you have options. You have basically your whole world as your oyster. You can do anything you want. And so that within that and trying to figure out yourself, especially in your early 20s, I feel is a phase of discovery. It's difficult sometimes, because you try and envision your life, and the career you choose is basically going to be your life because you have to live yourself into it. You have to surround yourself with the people in your industry. And so it's just how you envision your life is mainly based off your career.
And for too long, we've actually been told to live our lives, basically. What we should do.
Yeah, you must become a doctor. How you grew up in a brown household.
Yeah, it's never easy.
It's always like, you must become a doctor or you must become a lawyer. It's always one of the two.
But I don't necessarily blame people, or rather my parents or the people before then. I don't necessarily blame them because they also come from a different era. Like
exactly. Yeah.
We're living in a really strange era right now. So imagine our kids, how we're gonna react to wanting to be TikTokers, YouTubers.
Yeah.
At least we actually have an insight as far as there's potential in it. So we know we have somewhat of some knowledge to it. So it's like, okay, I'm open-minded to it.
Yeah.
But I would still want them to be a doctor.
You see, that's I think that is kind of like a problem, and it also kind of weighs down on child's mental health in the sense that there's something that they want and then there's something that you want.
Yeah.
And as a parent, know your child can't afford to live on their own or to pay their own studies, so you kind of like force them into a career that they haven't really chosen. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's
you're the
paying
financial
stuff.
backing.
Exactly.
Where they're gonna go.
Exactly. So it's either my way or the highway, and in that, it's we have to consider that at the end of the day, we are all our own people. So we have different personalities, we have different things that we want out of our lives, and forcing our own ideals into our kids takes away from their individuality. So basically, it's you're trying to live. Where I saw it was that my parents were trying to live my life for me.
I see.
Of course, I was also going through that rebellious stage,
Haven't
becoming a man now. I'm 21. I'm a man now. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just really just wanting to pave my own path, because you're very dependent as a child on your parents for wisdom and guidance.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of life experience, so mainly up to them to rear you. But me coming from a different type of background where my parents got divorced at a very young age, as I grew older, I decided that, you know what, I think it's also just best for me to learn from my own experiences.
Yeah, you're gonna make a few mistakes, man.
Exactly. Yeah. I made a lot.
Preach. It's just weird how you want to protect us from certain things, but we're not necessarily going to learn until we actually know exactly how something feels or what the consequences are.
Exactly.
Which is why you used to get smacked most. There are consequences to your fucked up behavior.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we do need experience.
Yeah, and just, I'm not a parent yet, but willing, maybe I do become one day.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, of course.
How many?
5 to 7.
Yeah,
it's like a 7 aside.
Yes. Because of the whole soccer team. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, bubble wrapping your kids in life, I think
But now it's strange.
It's not the wisest thing to do, because we only see most people. I wouldn't say all people. Most people only see life through their lens, and so do their kids. Kids will mostly see and hear what you tell them, and what you show them. Yeah. So within that, they are busy making sense of things that are around them, and always kind of like imprinting your own thoughts to another person or child.
Yeah. I mean, kids are impressionable.
It's kind of like
it's very impressionable, man. Kids.
Exactly. I just feel like it's kind of like indoctrinating. It has its sides and its bad sides to it. Me individually, I'm more of a individualist. Yeah. So I like to I'd rather do my own thing, walk my own path.
I see that way. It's just I'm not a parent yet. So all my answers are gonna be either hypocritical or contradicting at some point. I mean, I have enough nieces and nephews, and that's where I practice my disciplinary skills. Yeah, but it's like
you always have to deepen the voice.
Yeah, but it's like
and always have to talk with love.
Apparently,
yeah.
I just don't know how I'm gonna go about it. I mean, there no manual to being a good parent. You know what I mean?
There's none.
And I know my parents have probably fucked up a couple of times. It's hilarious now because I can look back and be like, yo.
And also they're human.
Yeah, and they're human beings. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows about being a parent?
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, you don't even know. Do you know if you will have a straight or a gay son? And
that's the one. That's the one that really fucks a lot of people. Someone asked me that question. I'm like, look,
I think you have to prepare yourself for both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, because it's your child at the end of the day. You don't want to just be like, Katalume, he's gay, he must go to the farm and pretend to be a man. That's
I don't know. It's a really controversial question. What if your son or daughter turns out to be gay? Everyone, the typical people that I know who are raised a certain way. Like, no, I'm gonna write that person off. I'm like, really? your own child, your own cousin. You're like you really write them off. It's like, yeah. I'm like, man, that's a bit sinister.
Yeah, and on that note,
Mm-hmm.
this is one thing I learned in life also. I kind of lost my train of thought there. No, continue. I will get it back.
I don't know. It's just like
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, now I got it.
You got it.
It's easy for you to talk on a situation
Mm-hmm.
until you're in it.
Exactly. That's it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. My answers or whatever I say right now is going to contradict the thing I say. People are going to look at me as a hypocrite.
Here's the thing about opinions,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're allowed to. Yeah, they're just that.
Yeah.
It's an opinion. So I can base an opinion based off how I feel right now.
Mm-hmm.
A week or 2 weeks from now, I can be presented with different information, or I can actually be in a situation that makes me feel and think differently about the opinion I had.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's right for us to be name calling people. Kind of like I see it as almost judging, like saying that you're a hypocrite because you changed your opinion 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm human, man.
Yeah,
I learned. I was willing to actually.
And your opinion is allowed to change. Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole? Wasn't necessarily the same-sex marriage, but it was two gay people wanting to raise a child.
Yeah.
Wanting to bring in there's a whole thing. You're familiar with that story?
I think they had a child through a surrogate.
Yeah.
So
I'm
basically,
not sure about
they mixed their genes in a test tube, and then yeah. So
wait. Is that are you going off just?
No, that's how they do it, like legit. Like,
what about the one that happened here? That's what I'm confused about.
The one that the guys that wanted to get their child in from SA,
yeah,
because they could only do the surrogate, the whole procedure.
Wasn't that child adopted?
It's their child.
Oh, it's there. So they did the whole
gene mixing thing. Mix their genes. Poof, baby, the egg in a lady.
Okay.
Because it's how can I say it? It's like a human right thing where you can't have a child can't conceive a child in a lab.
Right.
In simple terms, yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that part. Mix this. Yeah. Mix the semen and all that shit. Okay.
You can do that. You can nowadays you can decide how you want your child to come out.
Whether it's in a fucking lab or in a woman.
Yeah, exactly. You can decide you want a boy or a girl. If you want, they should have long hair based off your genes.
But the controversy around that was the fact that it's two gay people raising a child. And I was talking to my friend about it, which is because I just have these times where I'm like, okay, now let me ask someone on what they think about it. And the funny thing is, one of the funniest statements he made was, so we were talking about it, and he was like, okay, it's crazy how people are going on about it, but it's like, understand how people are upset, or the notion that if two gay people are going to raise a child, that child may be gay due to what he sees on the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, it's funny because straight homes create gay people too.
Mm-hmm. But it's more likely for a gay home to create a gay child.
I don't know. You don't know.
It's a difficult one.
It's a difficult one. And I was like, wow, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, and because we don't know, because it's a plausible thing, we can't want to write it off. We can't want to say that no, just because. But I also, nowadays, I don't see what's wrong in people being gay. I mean, that's their sexual preference at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, so
just putting it out there.
Just keep it one side. Just don't bring it my side. Do your things there, but just the problem I have is when they want special rights. For example, they want permission to do this. They want the third toilet at school.
Hey, it's getting to that point.
Yeah, no, that's just ridiculous. You can't just because you decided what your sexual preference is gonna be. Now all of a sudden you want the law to bend over backwards for you as well.
That's the thing.
No,
it's the agenda they're trying to push. As far as once you don't accept it, you are homophobic. You are transphobic. You are all these names, man. And it's like, yo.
You're against
the whole cause, and it's like it's not about
you hate the people.
I don't understand where it comes from, because I feel like this is why I even had this podcast. Like I keep repeating this every time. So I have the podcast. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has something to say. If it's valid, I would love to listen to it. You made your point. Obviously, if any other person was here, they'll be like, yeah, this guy's probably homophobic. But I know you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know you to some degree. So it's like, we haven't necessarily hung out with certain crowds too often, but it's like, I know you as a person, man. You hate people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not about that, but at the same time, you're a person, you're an individual, and if you say no, I feel like that's ridiculous. Fine.
Yeah, but I'd rather keep that to myself.
Yeah, I'd rather keep it to yourself.
Yeah, as they say, there's a saying that I can remember ever since I was a child. If you have something bad to say, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, if you have nothing good to say, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I read that in the book,
and just because you have something bad to say doesn't mean you have to sugarcoat. What you want to say, just don't say anything.
Hey man, crazy times. Crazy time. But they did manage to get the child, right?
I have no idea. I think they did. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, hopefully because I mean, the people are inverted commas in love. Because I just believe love is an illusion anyway.
Oh shit! Really? We'll get into
we'll
that.
Get into that.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. People are in inverted commas in love. So, and they are together. They wanted a child. Allow them to. The child is born. The child is here already. Yeah. So, it's not like you can make the child disappear. That's murder. Or how else would you make a human being disappear?
That's the thing.
So yeah, it's the law. I feel just the law.
Imagine this, hey. I don't know, is it a girl or a boy?
I think it's a girl.
It's a girl. So imagine this is gonna be the first girl, a child.
She'll probably get a dildo on her 16th birthday.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, bro. I wasn't even gonna say that.
You don't laugh at your own jokes, but I just had to laugh.
Yes. But imagine she's gonna be the first generation child to be raised by two same-sex parents, or rather gay parents.
Yeah.
She's gonna be the first of a kind.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much weight for her. Hey?
Look, at the end of the day, we don't know what they are going to be teaching their child.
Yeah,
Will they be teaching their child that it's wrong to be straight and that gay is the way?
A parent.
We don't know the people, so we can't judge also.
Exactly. If you're obviously the fucked up individuals, then I don't know. But
as a parent, it's their person. It's like a human being. Like, there's so many of us out there. Just as long as they teach.
Look, here's the child. My argument has always been that parents never want what's for their kid, unless, like I said, unless you're just like a really fucked up parent. But parents don't want the best for their child, and I feel like that's gonna be the case. They just want the best for their kid, whether that person is gonna turn out straight or gay. We have no say. We don't even know what the fuck is happening in that household, guys.
And it's not even your child, bro. It's not even your life. Like,
if you cared, you would have adopted this girl. You know what I mean? If you care that much, you would have adopted this person, or wanting to raise. Then you would have taken that challenge on. But fuck, leave the people alone, man. God.
Yeah, like homophobia is.
I hate that word.
Done right. It's just wrong. Wrong to. It comes back to the thing that I was saying earlier. That I said earlier. It's not right for one person to try and imprint their thought processes or their thoughts onto another person. We're all individuals. We are allowed
freedom of speech,
and just freedom of expression at the end of the day as well. It's our basic human right.
I feel as though if it's not coming from a place of malice, I think you should be willing to listen to me. Just to hear my view. Because if you look up the word homophobia, it's downright negative already. But here's my theory, right? I feel like every dude is homophobic to some degree. And me explain. Hanging out. This is a practical example. You're hanging out with your friends, yada yada yada. Yeah. See a gay dude. You don't pay no mind. He greets you greet back. It's all good.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where, what happens when this particular gay person is continuing to press up on you? To a point you kind of get like also uncomfortable. Like, yo, could you stop doing that? And this is just a practical example. This is don't worry about it. Just a practical example.
Yeah.
But what happens then? Like, I feel like you're gonna turn homophobic that particular moment. Like, hey man, fuck. If I punch you right now, bro, it's not because it's not because you're gay. It's because you're trying something.
Yeah.
And you know I'm not the type.
I'm not in that, bro.
I'm not in that.
Not in that WhatsApp group.
No. But look at these scenarios. I don't think it. I feel it has happened from time to time, but recently here, no, I haven't seen too much of that.
Like, actually, I have been harassed before.
Oh, you've been harassed.
The Brewers Market when it was still the warehouse. Like, so there were two girls at the bar. I found them interesting, and then they had their gay friend with them. So
I found them interesting.
yeah, I would go strike up a conversation. We're talking.
Yeah,
you know, it's all good. And then there's one gay guy over there is like, so he's seated like 2 seats away from me. Yeah.
Okay.
So he moves around. Some order next to me.
Yeah.
As he moved around, the guy touched my lower back. And you know, he didn't just touch it, he caressed it. You know, he caressed it.
Okay.
So I was like,
intentionally or by accident?
it was intentional because
okay.
you know when you feel the first touch, you're like, okay, and then the touch lingers for a while, and I'm like, bruh, I gave him this look now. I just said that I'm ready to fight, bruh.
That guy's enough.
I'm ready to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and I kind of just left after that.
Yeah.
And it made me feel really, really, really uncomfortable and kind of understand how women feel when they're in the club. Yeah, when they're in the club and then some random guy just comes up and touches them, wants to dance them and stuff like that. Yeah, now I know that feeling.
I think every dude that has been harassed has said that same statement. Now I know how women feel. But dumb thing is, you still go do the same shit. Like, yo, guys, haven't you learned?
Yeah, no, but I've always worked with consent either way. I'm
okay.
kind of shy. So when it comes to getting physical and stuff, like I always make sure that it's okay for me to do it.
But this is not a shot at them. It's just some that are too extra. I feel like they're too. Like I heard so many stories about this, man. Dudes are being harassed. They're just like, yo, man, if I react, the narrative that's gonna be put out there is gonna be so fucked up. So I was like, I'm not dude. With me, my friends, I'm not gonna put you in a position if I know you're not into that type of shit. Because for me, I'm open-minded. I just like to talk to anybody. I will never put my friends in a situation where they gotta like protect themselves like that or they feel some type of way. It's like, just leave it.
I'm trying. Actually, now I think it happened twice.
Jesus.
But the second time, I don't know if I should classify it as harassment or just plain disrespect.
Okay.
So I remember we had some chill. I don't know if it was at the club or at a party, house party. And then there was a gay guy at the party as well. So he, and I don't know why my friend did that because he knew I was gonna flip.
Okay.
So he comes over. So we people are all over the place. So we're all talking and we're just mingling with each other.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes to my friend actually comes to come pass on a message to me to say that no, that gay guy said he likes you.
Okay.
Bro, I told my friend, like, go tell that guy, yeah. I said, say masa.
Oh, you took it there?
No, yeah, I told him, I sent him with a message, and then I literally watched him walk up to the guy just to see his reaction. Just for him to know that, bro, what about me made you feel that I'm
comfortable? Yeah.
No, I'm gay, bro. So I'm out here giving out gay signals now. Bro.
I don't know. Guess we're just trying his luck, man.
But I'm ready to
shooting his shot.
Guys don't know I'm ready to fight at any moment, man.
Hey, man.
But I don't like violence, so.
Nah, man. It's never, like I said, I don't think it's ever, the people I know, it's never that. It's just, once you reach a level of disrespect, or kind of it gets different. But that's another story. There's so many stories of that, man.
Yeah.
But an interesting thing you mentioned earlier. Love is an illusion.
Love is an illusion.
What's wrong with you, bro? Who hurt you?
Rather ask who did I hurt.
Oh, very honest.
All of them, like, yeah.
Damn.
All of them.
Why is love an illusion? I want to hear that from you. What makes it an illusion? Do you feel like
love is an illusion because
it's just not real?
I don't think it's real.
Okay.
Mainly because people know how to take full responsibility, first and foremost. And secondly, have so much conditions. So, like if I have to ask you, because we're having a conversation now.
Yeah.
What are your standards? What do you want in a girl?
I want in a girl. Man. One. It's funny how I never have an answer for these questions. Someone that's down to earth. The fucking personality. Also bring value to my life as the way I'm gonna add value to her life. My shit is really more. It's really psychologically, spiritually based.
Okay.
Looks are a plus. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If you're cute and have those traits,
Bro, let's just be honest. Like, okay, there are no bars held here in this podcast. I can say
not at all.
Bro, pretty good. Let me just be honest. Like,
Okay.
pretty girls just keep my dick hard during sex all night, bro. Like, you even up for it. You're
Yeah, you
excited
just
to
keep
do
your
it.
dick hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Eye
you're
candy.
Like, damn. Yeah, you're like, damn, man. Let me get in there.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I'm not objectifying women, but I'm just saying, though, like, bro.
No, look, here's my thing, right? There are women I look at and I'm just like, you'd probably be like really just good for sex, probably. And nothing wrong with that, to be honest. I'm not acting on it, or I'm not like, but it's just some women you just look at, like, you would really.
Exactly. Of course. I mean, women do it all the time as well.
Yeah.
But if we're going to make it that type of conversation, like, yeah, you're objectifying women, you're so sexist and whatnot, but yeah,
I have enough female friends who get testify on my behalf. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and okay, so I asked you what your standards are, what you expect. Do you have any deal breakers?
Yeah.
I feel because you have deal breakers, love is an illusion. Because you are only willing to love a person as long as they are playing by your rules.
They're playing by my rules.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And the moment she,
of
course,
fucks up,
yeah, exactly. Of course, there's some real deal breakers like cheating. Like,
yeah.
That's obviously it applies to everyone. But something like now, deal breaker is if she chews with the mouth open,
she got ugly toes.
you know those things.
Wow.
Yeah. So because of that.
Okay. I get that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like.
And we are only like. Can you remember the last time you felt in love? I just recently got out of a relationship.
Okay.
To say that I was in love, look, I felt great in the beginning.
What's a deal breaker for you?
My deal breaker is disrespect, bro. Like,
thank you.
It's disrespect. Like, if you're gonna talk to me and you're gonna raise your voice, nah, that's a deal. That's like, can't deal with it.
That's arguments right there. That's
no. Even if we're arguing, no, don't raise your voice. Like, because when I argue with people, I don't raise my voice up until somebody raises their voice first. If I feel you're also going up with your tone, then of course
I'm adjust my shit.
I won't turn mine down. Yeah, and
okay.
Yeah, disrespect definitely, because then that just shows that you won't see value in me if you disrespect me.
Yeah, but let's look at love like a contract. Right?
Love is. I just feel like I've been thinking about it lately. Like, why don't we just put relationships like on trial basis? Before you buy, like, for example, a subscription.
Yeah.
Antivirus, for example. You have your trial period, test it out, and after that, if you like it, if you want better features, better features being better features being we go shopping, we go on trips and stuff like that, and you qualify for the relationship. Until then, let's just see if we're compatible, because now at the end, because the way that it's set up now. Yeah. Like, people are like, no, you guys have to have a connection, you have to have chemistry and all that. So basically what you're saying is I can only date somebody I know, because it takes time to build chemistry with someone. It takes time to get to know someone. And
but I feel like
that's not always like, bruh, like if you approach a girl and you put yourself in the friend zone, I see as the no sex zone. Yeah, it's very difficult to get out of it. Like, I'd rather just her see me as a potential partner from the beginning, from the get-go, rather as a friend. Like, I won't come up to a girl and be like, she's pretty, let me get to know her first, let me become a friend. Nah, bruh.
And make your intentions clear from the get-go, as they say.
Like, women want to be seduced, so you have to, like, bruh, women at work. Like, it's not women at work, bruh. You have to do your research. No, you have to know. You just have to know. You just have to know.
But that trial run you're talking about, isn't that like the honeymoon phase? Because that's the way I see the honeymoon phase. I like talking shit about it because you're literally saying everything and anything, show that I'm the guy.
Yeah, I'm worthy of you.
I'm worthy, and then after 3 months, she sees
like,
true colors.
You're like, I got you.
Yeah, there's like, nope. This guy's a piece of shit, man. Like,
So
at the end of the day, it's like honeymoon phase. I'm like, you know what? We might as well see my true colors from the get go.
Yeah. So, but also in you showing your true colors, you have to do it tactfully.
Yeah,
you have to do it in a way, because
yes.
at the end of the day, you want the person to like you as well, and you want them to like you like that. And there are ways to raise a woman's interest, of course. There's certain things you do. It's so. I mean, when it comes to relationships, most of the stuff are manipulative, but you know, if you don't do it, you lose.
Yeah.
You know, it's the game. We didn't write the rules. It's just the way it is. Like, you know, there's things like, you know, you find you have 8 different character types of women. Right? 8.
Okay, let's hear that.
It's a study. Okay. So.
Hey, you gonna look it up?
Yeah, let me just pull it up. I have it all on me. I have it with me.
Okay.
This is new to
me.
Yeah, so personality. Somebody's personality. There's a difference between a character and personality. Okay. Character is who somebody is. It's who you are. Your core. Yeah. Personality is who you pretend to be. I'm not saying people are pretentious, okay. But pretend to be is, for example, your personality is from environment to environment. Yeah. If you are around, say, a lot of attractive women, the thing in you would be mostly to want to be masculine around them, right? Okay. That is your masculine personality. And then when you're playing ball with the boys, you're more, how can I say, goofy, and you know,
yeah, I get it,
silly and all that. And then, you know, when you're in school, when you're in church, you know, you behave yourself a certain type of way. There's a certain type of personality that you portray to people. And this is your character, who you really are, your values, the things that people don't easily see. And with a personality, like, personality is something that people make up a lot of the times. Like, somebody can pretend to be a serious person or to be a knowledgeable person when at their core they really aren't. Just because they're in a certain environment where they are surrounded by a lot of smart, intelligent people.
But is that really a personality? Isn't that more? Okay, let's say I'm trying to pretend to be.
You can call it a facade if you want to as well.
I call myself a narcissist or a fucking psychopath. But yeah. Okay, so those are the. You say you're going to mention the
8 different character types of women.
Character types.
Yeah. So you have. Let me just off the top of my head. It's been a while since I went through this again. Okay. I think the first time I actually researched upon this was when I was back in grade 11. So that's back in 2009.
Was it a book written or is it article?
Yeah, it's like a whole set. Okay. It was a book. Like the books that I read. The first book that I read was The Game by Neil Strauss. So that was basically just describing how the game works. You know, seduction. That's where that term of peacocking comes in.
Oh, okay.
And you know,
Neil Strauss.
Neil Strauss, The Game by Neil Strauss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay, the 8 different character types of women are the hopeful romantic.
Okay.
The connoisseur.
2.
The Cinderella.
3.
The modern woman.
4.
The playette.
5.
The private dancer.
6.
The social butterfly.
7.
And the seductress.
8.
Okay, let me just go over a brief overview of all of them.
Yeah, please. So we're going with the hopeless romantic, or what do you call it? Hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic. Yeah, no. It's like
Oh, you just randoms.
Yeah, no, that was like in the order that I just saw it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what makes up a woman's character are 3 different things. So it's basically there are 3 conflicts within a woman. Let me pull these things up. Let me just open all these ebooks. Jeez. Just skim. Then I just give the tidbits, you know.
You really want to go in, eh?
Yeah, now we're going to.
Might as well get in. We are already here.
Let's talk about, since we were talking about women.
Might as well.
Yeah, our preference, of course. Like if you have a preference in men, I don't know the character types of men. I'm sorry, we can't help you with that. But if you're into women, there are 8 different character types of women. And
I think
what
women
makes...
I think with women will probably be the same amount, if not less.
I think... But with us, we're classmates. You have your alpha, your beta,
Okay.
your omega, and then of course you have your simps, you have your blue pill guys, you have your red pill guys, you have your purple pill guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just started getting into that shit. I feel like it's quite interesting because I started.
No, I was purple pill. Purple pill is like the guys that are relationship guys.
Okay.
But now I'm red pill, bro. After this relationship, I'm just like red pill, bro.
Okay.
Like,
So here's go. Purple pill are people who are just relationship based.
Yeah.
Blue pill, red pill.
Blue pill are the guys that... Blue pill are your orbiters. You're the guys in the friend zone. The guys that are always giving girls compliments. The guys that believe that you have to shower women with gifts. The guys that put women on pedestals. You know,
So
the guys that think... The guys that, you can call it
simping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's basically simping, yeah.
Okay.
Simp are the blue pill guys.
And then red pills is your
for the streets,
alphas.
my bro.
I do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the simping, that line is really thin. Because there are people who do it. I just felt like, look, if you're gonna shower your girl with gifts, it should be something that you want to do, not something you have to do.
And she has to earn it.
Yeah, she has to earn it.
Like you just can't buy a gift. Like say yesterday she was giving you a lot of bullshit, and then tomorrow you buy a gift.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
It's like rewarding my dog after fucking up my plants.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pet him and give him snacks.
Exactly.
Right?
No, you don't do that.
I mean?
You have to punish it.
You have to punish him, right?
Yeah.
Ladies are not a dog. I'm just. Yeah. But yeah, no, that makes sense. You find
exactly. Okay, so let me quickly skim through this. The three great conflicts of the female mind.
Okay.
Now we're getting into the foundation of the Pandora's box system. This is where I get my information from. This is like, it's verified.
Mm-hmm.
It's a study by many behavioral psychologists and also pick-up artists, guys that study game, that run game.
A lot of frauds, yeah.
Yeah,
quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, a woman has 3 conflicts in her. Now, these 3 conflicts would determine her character type. So there's a conflict of time, which is the first one. Women are biologically programmed to mate with the most dominant, high-status man they can find. So therefore, she wants to spend time really screening the men she dates and finding the best one. There's pressure from society to be with a guy who has high status, and it is looked down upon if a girl is single for a long time.
Okay.
So because of that conflict of time, we'll get into how you pay these, because you use these 3 conflicts, and within these 3 conflicts you find 2 types, 2 variants, so to say. We'll get into that.
Okay.
And then there's a conflict of sex.
Sex.
Yeah. Conflict of time, conflict of sex.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to enjoy physical pleasure and emotional intimacy of sex.
Okay.
But sex in the past has led to emotional trauma and critical judgment from society and her peers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is why a woman will seem very into you, make out with you, let you touch her, but there's often an additional level of resistance right before you start having actual sex.
Okay.
We know it feels great for her, and often we don't understand her hesitation, but she's got an internal conflict preventing her from going all the way. And there's the conflict of relationship. Her biological wiring drives her to support and nurture family and develop her feminine self. But our male-dominated society encouraged achievement, status climbing, and developing her career, just in case she doesn't find a man to provide for her. This is why you'll see very successful women quitting their jobs or taking an extended leave when they have kids, for example. Recently, not so recent, Nicole Kidman break from Hollywood to focus on raising her children.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, those 3 conflicts will determine her character type.
So these are the conflicts that are really going to influence her character type.
Those are the conflicts.
Time, sex, and relationship. Interesting.
No.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it gets a bit deeper, like how to get whatever you want from each one and all that.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like I studied this. Like I remember there was a year that I vehemently studied this thing.
Really?
And I knew every character type by heart. You know. Damn. And how to seduce them, how to make them fall in love with you, how to make them become obsessed with you.
I don't know. I just go off the top, man.
Yeah, no, going off the top.
Like,
going off the top. Look,
I don't follow rules anyway. So it's
exactly. I have nothing against with going off the top, but you have to go off the top with at least a base. You have to have a base.
I guess like subconsciously these things were like imprinted in me just based on who I surround myself with. Just observing what they do, man. So like, oh, okay, let me try it. And I don't know if I had to read a book and I see these similar traits, I'd be like, okay, so this is what I was already programmed to do to some level.
And why that Pandora's box system is so important is I can use one example, and based off that example, we have to realize why it is important. For example, a woman will only love you, in inverted commas, love you, for as long as you make her feel a certain type of way. As long as you're making her feel happy, you're making her feel appreciated, and all that, she will love you.
She will love you. Okay.
The moment you take just one of those elements away, all of a sudden she doesn't love you anymore. All of a sudden it's like, no, I can't do this anymore and whatnot. And
here's something let me see if I can remember this correctly.
So it's my thing is like why I'm also kind of like trying to distance myself from relationships nowadays, because like one of the persons in the relationship, first and foremost, somebody always has to have power in the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's either they will always
that's
be
the
a power
dynamics of
struggle.
it. Yeah, that's what makes.
As much as a woman is feminine, eventually there's always that power struggle where she'll be like, nah, man, this guy.
But I feel as though
I want him to change this and this and that.
Yeah, look.
And because of that, you always be told like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't hang around these friends and all that.
Look, okay, here's the thing, right? Two things. One was the that really caught my attention because you mentioned why a woman only love you, as you say.
Yeah, as long as you make them feel.
Yeah. This is a statement I heard. I don't know where I heard it from. Like I think it was this is the last few months. So basically, this guy was like, women. What's the thing? Women will only, but why men? Why women value men? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like we said,
men will value
women. A woman will always want to mate with the guy with the most dominant male, the most high status. Yeah. Most popular.
But this one was more based on why your interest in men or why they pursue men. Women only pursue men if, like you said, you have these certain traits like it's an alpha male, he's doing his thing, you know, and also the sense that I'm sorry guys, I fucked it up, but a woman will only respect you basically if she values you.
And what does she? Yeah, then it always goes back to what does she value in a man? Because women look for certain type of things. So the woman that looks for personality, is a woman that's attracted mainly to the alpha males. So you have masculine, you very masculine. She likes your masculinity.
Okay, I fucked up.
And the women that of course are rather into a man's resources, of course, which goes with status. Yeah. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. And then I think that is a woman that is more looking into what can provide. She doesn't really care if you're very dominant or whatever, so she can provide.
What do you think about this situation that happened, the Tosha situation?
I don't know. I didn't. I just saw the memes on Facebook. Like, I just heard a girl. Did she walk from a Tosha? So I believe
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't think she walked.
Okay, let me just give you a brief. Brief. Basically, this dude took her to a Tosha for the weekend. She didn't want to give it up, and homeboy left her.
Oh, he left her there?
He left her there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's basically the story. And I heard the gossip and all that, but I'm just like, yeah, okay. But one thing, a friend of mine who kind of brought it to my attention, because it's something I already thought of, because initially people are saying these guys were seeing each other. Like, okay, whatever.
Oh, so they were seeing each other?
Apparently.
And she didn't want to give it up? And she was fucking somebody else?
Probably. Definitely. Look, there's so many stories. The thing is, I'll tell you off air because I don't want to entertain gossip. Yeah, I'll tell you off air. But the primary story was he left it, and I'm just like, yeah. And then I don't know, we're having this debate, and someone was like, no, they were seeing each other. Then my friend who made the argument, like, man, if they were seeing each other honestly, apparently for 2 years, Pregnant for 2 years.
For 2 years.
If that's your girlfriend, would you actually leave her just like that?
No, you wouldn't.
And if you do, that's a fucking toxic relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's as good as you beating her, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's abuse, bruh.
Because for me,
abandoning a woman, that's one of her fears. That's one of a lady's fears, right?
Exactly.
Being abandoned. Not being abandoned, like being left in the desert, like falling in love with a man, getting into a relationship with him, and then all of a sudden,
Homie's
one
out.
day, the guy's just like, bruh, babe, I can't do this anymore.
Because for me, I looked at it like, yo, this guy's a clown. I say both of them are actually clowns, but the dude does a thing of, dude, if you're not sure about how this girl feels about you, whatever the case may be, why being extra like that? Because
like,
obviously,
even in her mind, what was she thinking? Why would you go out of town? You know, it's just the two of you. You guys are going to a tour.
One room.
The guy booked one room.
Yeah.
What is he gonna expect? Like, you know, she was also just like, I also just feel now, women just entertain too much bullshit from guys, bro. Like, and women are so, bro, like women, I don't want to call them names, but also just express sometimes, like, like for example, they entertain guys that they know, this guy definitely won't hit it. Like a woman knows, bro. A woman knows who she's gonna give it to, because at the end of the day, it's not your choice.
Exactly.
It's not up to a man to decide if a woman is going to give it up to him. It's her to decide.
Yeah.
You know, and women entertain guys that they know for a fact this guy won't hit it. Like, and this is something I learned from my sister, bro. Like, shit, bro. These women would use guys for stuff, bro. Like airtime, pizza, shandies. Come pick me up from where. You drop off at home. You want to go in for the kiss, and then she's like, sorry. Like, bro, in her mind, she already knows, like, this guy is only for this.
That's
like,
true,
bro.
That's true,
bro.
Oh man.
And I don't know why women do that. Like, they really need to stop. Women, you need to cut it out.
Hey man, that's
like, stop entertaining guys you're not attracted to.
I mean, that's
but the thing is also, I can't tell them not to do that, because women love attention, bro.
They do.
They love to be like, what did Jada Pinkett say? Like, I just didn't feel wanted anymore. I didn't feel wanted.
I couldn't watch that thing. I couldn't watch it. I was like, oh man, I can't.
But I only watched like snippets of it. Man.
Really?
But my brother's facial expression, I could tell my nigga wanted to cry.
Yeah.
Will Smith wanted to cry.
But you know, one thing though I do take from that entire story. One thing I do commend the guy for is he did not fucking hit this woman. He didn't do anything to her. But he just left. I mean, and I say this because just based off the stigma around men killing fucking women in our country specifically, I was like, all right, fair enough. I commend you for doing that, but you're still like idiot for it. No, that's just one thing I praise him for.
Yeah, look,
that's the only thing I praise him for.
Okay, I would have a reserved opinion on this, but I would share my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So we don't know if they actually talked about it, like. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's another tip for guys as well. Talk about sex, bro. Let the girl know your intentions. Like, don't tell her I want to fuck you. Of course, she won't fuck you if you tell her that. You know, hint at it, innuendo. You know, like talk about sex. Like, you know, like obviously don't talk about you having sex with other girls as well, because obviously that's who wants to hear that. Like, if a girl were to do that with you, obviously it's a turn off. But rather talk about sex in the sense of what do you enjoy.
True.
What turns you on. You know, if she's willing to share, then you know obviously she's willing to get into it with you. You know? Because women know, bro. Like, bro, they believe they wrote the game. Like, they didn't.
Have you read the book Why Men Love Bitches?
No.
It's quite interesting, but I read it so long back, man. It's just one of these books that I found in my study, and I'm like, let me just read this shit. But it's really funny. Like, I find it really like interesting. It's one of these books I think a dude should also read to some extent. But then again, some of these books are biased. Right? But it's just basically it does a twist, man. Like, all these books are plot twists, basically. They lead you just to something different. Because what I understood from the book was like, that female was trying to say is, be a boss bitch. Encourage the title of being a boss bitch. And I was just like, so this is the narrative you're trying to push with these chicks. Like, you run the game. in some degree. Look.
Yeah, they run the game. Like a woman chooses a woman chooses who's gonna hit it, bro. They choose. Like
he was my
like
thing.
she'll be talking to maybe like 5-6 guys, né? Yeah. Then she'll know that John will hit it, Mike will hit it, the rest won't.
You know what? This is something I actually said the other day. Men don't have the luxury to turn down sex as easy as a woman. So
nah, I can't.
A guy
like you want to tell me you can't turn down sex?
No. I'm just like I'm just trying to generalize.
Like I have turned down sex before.
Because you're just like, oh, that's good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. They were.
No.
The only reason was bad breath. Like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we started making out first, and then I was like, okay, no,
stop here. I totally agree
this
with
stops
you.
here.
I totally agree with you because I have a situation but this was something different now.
Yeah.
I totally didn't get it. But I'm just talking from a general term now. Men don't necessarily have the luxury to say like, nah, I don't want. We don't. But a woman, like you said, like you just mentioned, a woman be like, okay, cool. Castro's gonna fuck. Patrick might fuck. This guy might. They have that power.
Yeah,
because they got the box.
But they always know. Like she knows. Like there's just some guys that just do it for a lady. You know.
Yeah.
You know. You just. She like klop net die cook. Verstaan ze? There's just certain guys, bro. Like the guy doesn't even need to say nothing.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. But she just like, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
And women, please in the comments below, let us know if what we're saying are facts or not.
I doubt they'll get in the comments. If they do, it's gonna be really funny.
They're trying to hide. They always like to hide this stuff, like and stuff. Women are sneaky. But guys, as guys, look, we have to address this thing of like, for example, the guy that left the girl in Tosha. Like, I don't know if they were talking about sex or if they addressed the issue, like, or was he just assuming that because he's doing all these things for her, she's going to give it up to him? No.
Hey man, he didn't touch her. And you left at a nice place. That's all I'm saying. Man.
Yeah, but
at
still,
least.
that's just wrong. You know,
but
you can't. You're leaving her. That's very immature. You're leaving her there because she didn't want to have sex with you. So, in the first place, what made you think that she was going to have sex with you? She didn't consent to it. Like that's why things like consent are also important. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's
talk about these things. Like even like when you first break the ice of talking about sex with a woman. Mm-hmm. Put the idea of the two of you having sex together, and if she entertains it, then you know she will fuck you.
But like obviously. I said,
then you start talking. You first start with what she likes, and then later on, you are creating the narrative of you giving it to her like she likes, you know, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put this bomb dick on you. I'm gonna do this and this to you. I don't do that. You don't do that?
Nah, in the sense that I want her to determine how the dick was.
But you have to. But at the end of the day, you have to show her how much you desire her. You understand?
Just put it out in the air. Yes, I totally agree with you.
But like, only if she consents to it, you know, you must know when to say these things. You can't just out of the blue just be like, I wanna do this and this. Yeah, bro, that's harassment, bro.
I wanna eat your ass.
Whoa. Where did that one come from? That's so left field, bro.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. But I don't know, man. I'll tell you exactly what I heard. You know. It's just it's too much. But it's funny though. Like I said, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I look at them both as clowns.
Yeah, like bruh, if you didn't bruh, like I just feel like you know what I was gonna probably do was make her sleep outside.
That's a bit harsh, eh?
Be like, yo,
give her a blanket, go sleep on the fucking porch.
You know what? Just get there, just get naked, bruh. The moment we get in the room, I just get naked, bruh. Dress down completely, me, bro.
What's up?
Yeah.
How we doing this? Nah,
bruh. Bro.
Nah, for me, that's the only like I said, that's the only time I praise the guy because he didn't fucking rape her, he didn't do anything to us. Like, okay, cool, man.
Yeah,
thank you for that.
What he did was cold, though.
But a lot of people actually like for it. They're like, yeah, man, fuck these bitches. They keep playing games. I'm like, yeah,
bruh, these women play games. But the thing is also, guys don't know how to take a hint, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, like, I look into a lot when I'm in the company of a lady. First and foremost, I'm always looking at what effect I'm having on her. You know? And that's
has there ever been a girl that you didn't necessarily read the signs and you just took it the wrong way? Ever been in a situation like that?
I don't like to fail, bro. I hate failure, man, bro. with a passion, especially with women. Like, I think it was more the other way around, where she was giving hints and I didn't pick up on it because I didn't know how to read the signs, you know.
Okay.
Until later on in life, where I was like, yo, you know, because I always used to get this feeling like, but you know what, this girl, I think she likes me, man. But then there's always something. I don't say it's because of course, yeah, at first in the beginning there were insecurities. And then I was like, maybe it's because she can't like me because of this and that, and that and that. But the signs were there. One of the signs that women always like, this is the first sign that the woman is shooting a shot, staring at you.
That's a tricky one though.
No, but
what if you got like a little booger on your nose and she's just like staying like, oh my god.
No, but for example, let's say you get out the house, yeah, and you feel confident. You know that
I smell good. I look
you look
great,
clean,
and I feel even better.
Yeah, you look clean.
Yeah.
Drip is on point.
Yeah.
If you feel that way and you go out and a woman is staring at you, as I tell you, she's liking what she sees. But that's not enough. Like me, my thing is like for an approach. For example, my thing is for an approach, I need to get 3 signs to actually go in and talk to a girl.
3 signs.
Yeah, this the first
one.
Staring.
2.
Second one is if she's trying to be in my vicinity, trying to be close to me. And the third one is when it comes to eye contact. Yeah, the eye contact is. Yeah.
I don't know. The first one I didn't agree with you to an extent until you mentioned that.
And one sign is not enough.
Yeah. No, because the good thing is because like staring doesn't mean shit to me at least. But the one thing that you mentioned was when like you are in your element, you're smelling great, you're feeling even better.
Yeah.
You know the confidence. It's intoxicating. People you tend to have an aura. People are like,
of course.
Yo, like, who is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That's one.
And
that's
you get
one
that
thing.
when you get there with women as well. Like you know when a lady just rocks up to a place and she's just looking fire, my bro. Like the girl's drip is just on point. Like she just looks, and even the walk. You know the way she walks, the way her hair is done, the way if she has makeup on, the way her makeup is done. You know how she presents herself with that presence of like you feel it, man.
Take me back to high school, bro.
Yeah, you feel it, bro.
Like, damn. There she goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's that girl.
Damn. Life is a trip, man. I like that. Good.
Yeah, how about relationships?
Don't worry about it. I don't think it's meant for everybody, and
I don't think it's meant for me because I don't think I care much. Like I'm sorry, like I might be shooting myself in the foot with this one. You know, where
probably
ladies might be listening to this and be like, this guy has honesty, right? You know, but I think it's just off. How I feel is based off how she behaves at the end of the day.
Your attitude will determine how I treat you.
Exactly.
I think
not how I treat you, because I always treat her with respect and I value her always. But would that show that I care? Would I compliment you? Will I be seductive?
But that's my thing. I don't speak for every man. One thing I always reiterate is I speak for myself. I'm not every other guy. I'm also not gonna convince you like I'm a different.
Exactly. I'm not gonna jump through hoops for you. I'm not gonna prove myself that I'm worthy of you. No. But here's the difference of a high value male. Like I see you as a high value male. I see myself as a high value male. Like I have a lot to offer.
As you should.
Exactly. Most women don't have much to offer other than their looks. And I'm sorry, ladies, but this is just this is just honesty because you'll be pretty, but you're scoring very low grades. Like you know.
Look.
And people don't think that thing is important. Like grades are important, bruh. Like I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. Grades are important. Not just grades in high school. If you're a high school guy listening to this, the girls' grades in high school are important. If you're in university while listening to this, her grades in university are very important. You know? Like if you're a guy that graduated with an average of 70, why would you want to be with a lady that graduated with an average of 50? Do you know how huge a difference that is? That just shows. It always shows, bro.
Easy pussy.
Your grades show how committed you are to your career, how serious you are with your life, and how much you know actually about things.
True. I never really considered. I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily consider grades because there are people who aren't necessarily blessed school-wise.
Yeah,
but
that's my thing.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's just my standard. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I like smart.
But
women.
there are people who,
Yeah.
like, I'm an average student, but what I've built and what I'm about to build, I feel good about myself. I'm like, yeah, like
Exactly.
I want something different.
But the thing is here's the thing about an average student. Average students always have the potential to become more.
I was like 50-50 basically.
Yeah, no, they always have the potential to become more because average students are. This is not a study, but this is just mostly how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
An average student is a student that just did enough. He just did enough to pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's how I
could
see it.
you could have gone the extra mile.
Yeah.
Like you could maintain a 60 or 50. That's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about E's and F's, in G's, in U's,
she doesn't fly.
yeah, that just shows that not just do you not care about yourself,
Yeah.
you're lazy and can't grasp other people's opinions.
Yeah,
Like,
so it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, it's in your mind. It's like you are right, but I'm right.
But the one thing that
And
is,
an unwillingness to learn.
but the one thing that you did mention was looks. Like, there's a big difference, yo. Like, yeah,
Looks are mainly genetics. We don't choose how we look.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? The ones that do have these looks, guys. There are some attractive women out there.
Yeah,
A shitload.
a lot.
Namibians especially.
Namibia, bro.
I was taken back by
There's like. Sorry to interrupt you. It was in July. It was my cousin's birthday, Pom's birthday, and at Pom's birthday, mate girls around the age of between 25 and 30. These are ladies, beautiful ladies that I've never seen before in my life, and they just proved to me, like, bro,
It's crazy.
you won't finish this woman. That's how I think also.
You won't.
Yeah, if you're in the streets, bro, you won't finish this woman.
The reality,
don't be jumping
but the
from
reality
one woman
is,
to the next to the next to the next.
But the reality is,
your time, your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reality is, looks time sensitive.
Yep.
Once you start getting old, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be looked at the same way.
But look at Halle Berry though.
That's different. Halle
Look at
Berry,
J-Lo.
they take care of themselves, and they're ambitious.
Look at
Thank
Jada
God.
Pinkett Smith.
They know. Okay, but
That's
here's my
another man's wife,
argument.
but somebody has touched her.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
talk about how.
Okay, let me actually finish my sentence, because looks are time sensitive, but also it's time sensitive when you also have nothing else to add on. Like you said, grades. That's when our grades come in. You're like, oh, okay, grades come in. Okay, she's smart. She has a degree.
It says a lot about somebody's character.
I guess so.
Grades say a lot about somebody's
I
character.
guess so.
Like if you
But
get
then-
an F in a test, why did you get an F?
That's your business. But what
There are reasons to it.
What?
Because you knew the test was coming up, you didn't study for it, you didn't understand, you weren't willing to ask, or you weren't willing to learn.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it can also be maybe you didn't want to ask because people are always talking down on you and making you feel small. I understand. That I can understand. But if it's more than one subject, then obviously
That's your business. That's what I'm saying. That's your fault. That's your business.
Yeah, like ladies,
Clearly, you didn't want to.
Ladies that also work in, say for example, sports scene, regular telejob.
Aren't you being a bit harsh though?
Nah, bro, we can't kick it, bro. We can't. We can't. Why are you there? Look, this is a huge. Like, look. I'm just being honest. Like, me, I'm.
But this is you. This is based on what you feel. Is what
exactly.
You think.
Yeah. So if I'm to have a woman by my side, she has to be my equal. She has to match me. You know, you can't just match me in looks. You can't just also be beautiful. No.
I want something more.
You can't be bro, you know what is the worst, bro? A beauty with no brains. Oh,
yeah, there are plenty of those,
bro.
But the thing is,
but you don't
entertain
blame
it.
Sometimes those things are also genetic, you know?
It could be. That's what I'm trying to hint at as well.
But, you know, I want the best genes.
Oh, wow.
Even though we're not going to end up having kids and stuff like that, while we're together, you have
Get
to
your
keep
shit
up.
together,
You have
please.
to keep up, man. You have to keep up.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Man, but dude, software engineering, software development, basically. This is something that piqued your interest, right? Like
Computers from day one.
From day one.
From video games. That's where my love with computers started.
So you were the type of kid that was probably breaking shit down, trying to fix it, Mr. Screw tool.
No.
Oh, you weren't trying to break down?
No, I wasn't trying to break down things because I knew that I had nothing to replace it with. No?
Oh no, I meant in the sense that you just wanted to fix it. You just wanted to see the inner workings.
Oh yeah, the inner workings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always used to, like, for example, the cartridges, video game, when we start playing TV game.
Telegame station.
TV game, telegame station.
That good stuff.
When you'd find some cartridges that were without the cover.
Yeah.
I would always study it. I'd be like, why is it the way that it is? And how does it produce this? That's where my interest always was with, until computers came. And then I was so intrigued with the interface, the user interface and stuff, like, because we had computer studies in primary school.
Yeah.
I had it in grade 3 at St. Andrews. That's where my love actually, because our teacher would give us tasks and stuff, and then there was once she showed us a trick of how to, remember that frog was being eaten by the bird, and then the frog was strangling the bird not to be swallowed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She showed us how to edit that.
Really?
Yeah. How? And not many. Yeah, it's like there were many different dialogue boxes that you had to open up. So you had to play around with the configuration of the stuff, and that's where I checked that the stuff is actually. So I was always intrigued by it. I was just always intrigued by it.
But when did you? I've known you like for 20 years plus. Say 20 years. Say 20 years. But like when did you kind of look at it from like this could actually be a business venture? Like, when did it actually like hit you like, wow, I can actually get paid?
To be honest, if I have to give you my background, I graduated high school, went to NUST.
Yeah.
NUST. So I wanted to become an architect.
Oh, that was.
I wanted to become an architect, and I wanted to become a pilot as well. I applied for both. For architecture, because I didn't have arts in school, I had to do the bridging course in engineering. Yeah,
I hate that shit. But
to apply for architecture, because you do engineering drawings, technical drawings, and all that, so you are eligible. So I did that, and I messed up on my assignment. I didn't manage my time correctly.
Your fault.
Yeah. So I, have you seen those memes where they give you a difference between take your time and a rush job? Where the first part of the drawing is proper, and then the other half is just
do what you gotta do.
Just to finish, just to be able to submit in time.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. My drawing was half good, half bad. Could have gotten in if I actually had the drive, because they called me. They were like, we will only call, like strictly, we will only call the people that qualified. They called me and told me I didn't qualify because my drawing was incomplete. I was supposed to go rock up there with other drawings, with my technical drawings, and show them that, look, this is the quality of my work.
I'm capable.
Yeah. But because of that one, moving on. And then I wanted to become a pilot. That one I had to apply a bursary for, because those studies are expensive. I got the bursary, but then I just never got a call back. I was like, okay, fine, what else can I do? Then part of my life goals were always to, at the time, around 2011, 2012, a lot of construction was going on, and guys were getting a lot of tenants. Yeah. And so I thought that if I could get myself into the line of somehow into, construction, this is why I want to do architecture. I can still, pursue that one dream. I had many dreams. Okay, so 2011, then introduction to engineering. I didn't want to do engineering, so I failed purposely. Failed myself, yeah.
Could have just quit.
That was like me quitting, but it was a tug of war between my mom and I.
Yeah, okay.
Where she could afford to pay my studies, but she wanted me to get a government loan. And my argument at that time was, why should I put myself in debt before I can even pay it off? I'm accumulating debt before I'm eligible to pay the debt. That didn't make sense to me. And I was like, so when I start working, so X amount of my salary already has to go. I was like, no.
Exactly. Look what's happening now. Stuff is now targeting these people, man.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to pay back.
Only now. But anyways, continue.
Yeah. And then I did geometrics, which is basically land surveying. 2 years after that, so 2011, I quit NUST. 2012, I wanted to take a gap year, but 2011 was always supposed to be my gap year. I wanted it to be my gap year, but my mom she didn't support it. She was like, "Nah, you can't take a year of studies. You lose interest in studying and all that, and you just you run yourself off the rails."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, let me take the gap year so I can decide really what I want."
And you convinced her.
I go all into it. But she also didn't have trust in me at the time because it's an 18-year-old. She's not used to that.
What do you know?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. That's what I heard. And okay, so 2012, I had to take a gap year because I had no choice. I failed myself in engineering because I knew that if I passed my engineering, I couldn't get into my architecture. But if I passed my engineering, I was going to be forced to do engineering, which I didn't want to do. Because I just didn't feel like it was a challenge enough for me. But
it wasn't challenging enough for you.
It wasn't challenging enough for me because I couldn't express my creativity.
Wow, okay.
The architecture I could.
Okay, makes sense.
Come up with my own design. But with engineering, it's very structured. There are certain things that you can do and can't do, especially with civil engineering. If your road construction, there's only one way to build a road. If you're building construction, there's only one way to build. But I wasn't open-minded enough because, for example, mechanical engineering, this way I could have applied my creativity. Okay, so yeah, but this is something I'm only learning now.
Yeah.
So I took the gap year, 2012, and then I did an internship with an IT company, Cyberforce at the time, and it's where I was on the job how to develop websites, and it's where I always knew that computers were one of my passions because I also did an aptitude test to determine which are my career paths.
Yeah.
So it was I either become a computer scientist, become a pilot, become a doctor, become an engineer, become an architect. Can't remember which other ones, but those 5 ones were the ones that I was mainly focusing on. And then for some reason I was always just like, this construction, I want to push this construction thing because at the time my cousin and I were talking about actually starting a construction company and getting into that, that we could secure tenders.
Yeah.
Then I did land surveying for 2-3 years, and then because I wasn't passionate about it, I just couldn't succeed in it. I had no motivation, I had no drive, I skipped classes, stuff like that, and then I took another gap year.
Yeah.
When I took that gap year, so my mentor at Cyberforce sat me down in a meeting and he was like, "Yo, my bro, serious with your life. You have to decide now what you want to do."
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, what am I most passionate about?
Right
computers, now. Yeah. And it was computers. It always was computers. Even though I was
doing land surveying,
doing the land surveying, I was still doing the web development on the side.
Okay.
Yeah. So decided no, computer science. So
and since then, you've just been rocking with it. So basically, since what, 2014, 15?
No, let's say because 2013 I did land surveying until 2016. 2017 I took a gap year. In 2018 I started again with computer science.
So that's where you kind of, do you remember like your first pay for your develop? What did you develop exactly?
It was a website for STNAM, ST Freight Services. I don't know if you know about ST Freight Services. stnam.com.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that was my very first website. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like a 4.5k.
So what?
Yeah, that was
Youngin?
Yeah, bro, I was so
money,
bro. I was like what, 20 at that age.
Bottles.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is it, bro. This is it. I went out, copped a fresh drip.
Oh my
bought
god.
like 3 outfits.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. Like once a certain amount just hits your account, you just have this.
But I got it in cash.
Oh damn! So you were just.
I was so happy.
It was a club probably, huh?
Yeah, I was.
Good times. Oh man! So since then you just been rocking with software engineering.
Yeah, it's actually
because I understand you also do apps, yeah? You also develop apps, or you just
yeah.
Is that something you're still not necessarily perfecting? Is that something you're still?
I'm studying for it.
You're studying for it. So, but have you dabbled as far as doing
because here's the thing in university, don't push you in one strand. Of course, by the 3rd year you have to specialize. You have to choose. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to do app development? Are you going to do game development? Are you going to do web development? Or are you going to do AI? So, of course, I've always been doing web development. Still pursuing my studies, of course.
Yeah.
Couldn't, due to COVID, to register the previous year because I lost finances because I'm financing myself now. I'm a grown ass man.
You have to be,
yeah,
bro.
My mom decided like, yo, bro, how many courses did I pay for?
And you want me to pay
That's
for
the thing. And
nah.
you still don't have a degree. So
Yeah,
like, nah,
yeah.
not supporting your ass no more. But yeah, I'm doing good for myself. You know,
Yeah.
I can pay my rent. I can pay my school. So yeah,
That's dope, man. Like I ask these questions because I also need people to understand that it's a bumpy road, man.
bro.
It's a bumpy road, and you need to understand that probably gonna be fucked over more than you're gonna get more. Than you're gonna get wins, really. So
Every day is a learning experience.
every day.
now-
Imagine that shit we went through. Was it 2 years ago? That situation. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
You know
don't
what I
want.
mean?
We are.
And
want-
you know,
we
and
want
you
to
know
get-
what?
yeah.
I'm not gonna mention
exactly.
it. But you know, I heard so much shit. I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
I heard so much shit. And I'm just like, oh.
For real?
Wow, yeah. I don't necessarily think we would get into trouble, but a lot of shady shit was happening, basically.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just glad that it didn't fall through, but hey, man, it's crazy.
But people will surprise you in life.
They will, man.
They will surprise you. I'm telling you. And the thing is, what I like about being an entrepreneur and working for myself is, you learn a lot about yourself as much as you learn about people. And part of the learning experience is having to actually know people. So I had to study.
It's a psychological thing,
I'm
man.
I'm busy reading Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature.
Robert Greene. Okay.
Yeah, so just for me to kind of understand my clients a bit better, because people always, like I said earlier in the conversation, people don't like to take full responsibility for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd find that clients would blame you for stuff that is actually their fault, and then they'll blame you for not communicating, and then communicating, and then you're like, no, but you didn't say it like this, because you didn't say it like this, and like, but you obviously understand. You're supposed to understand when I say that buses are pink.
Mm-hmm.
That's me basically generalizing. Now buses are pink. I say that bus is pink. I'm talking about that specific bus.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, for example, say buses are pink, and they would have expected me to say that bus is pink. And then that it teaches you patience also with people.
Mm-hmm.
Being an entrepreneur.
Did I tell you I got fired because of colors?
Colors.
Yeah. I legitimately got fired because of colors. I like to explain it on one of the, like when I was starting out the podcast.
Yeah.
I had those things on SoundCloud.
Okay.
So basically,
Just a brief.
So basically, I was doing this concept, these kind of designs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing mock-ups, right?
Yeah.
So
You use too many colors.
No. The client wanted gold, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So now, my screen resolution, and then you put in the phones, like, say on the screen,
Phones have high resolution. Your desktop was probably old and stuff.
I think so.
Yeah,
So like,
you still used an LCD screen.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
so now I was like, oh, and I actually picked this up a while back.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, no, cool. The client apparently called up one of the guys that brought me in. It's like, no, this is not good. Okay, no, look, give me the client's number. I'll explain exactly what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, and I thought that was understood. And then I got another call again,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't care, guys, about customers always right. For me, respect comes first. Whether I don't care what you do, who you are, where you're from. The fact this respect, is number one.
Yeah.
So like that, the way the person spoke to me on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got annoyed also.
Yeah.
I think he also knew I was getting annoyed, but I was like, okay, cool. I can't
patience-
necessarily.
That's where patience has to come in.
Yeah.
With clients.
So
Like these
what
people
I
will-
said, now listen, here's what I
Mhm.
said then. I told this person, look, okay, one of one of the things I live for is solving a problem.
Yeah.
I hate dwelling on problems
Mhm.
because the thing is, let's address them. Let's get it out of the way. It's like, say your girl does something dumb to you, tell her exactly what she did wrong,
yeah.
and then let's find a way to fix it.
Exactly.
So
And
that was-
also the way that you tell
The
her,
way, yeah.
the way that you tell her she was wrong
Yeah.
is the most important.
Most important. So for
it's
me-
not what you say is the way you say
Yeah.
it. Always.
So maybe it's my tone or the way I said it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily recall being mean, but I probably
Mhm.
was because I am an asshole from time to time. It's like, okay, I was like, look, it's a solution now. I know what the problem is, and I'm gonna try and adjust it every chance that I get. So I was like, so the person's like, no, you can't talk to people like that. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, us going back and forth is not gonna help this fucking situation. I need you to tell me what I can do, and I can help you, but I already know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So what's the solution? Can we stop talking about the problem? We know what the problem is.
Yeah.
What
do you want?
Yeah, us talking about a fucking problem for 30 minutes is not gonna help each and it's not gonna help anyone.
That's like you're breeding negativity.
Yeah. So
like, speaking on a negative subject, like this is off topic, but
let me finish that though.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done now.
Yeah.
Partner calls me. He's like, "Yo, what did you say to the guy?" And I just told him this and this. He's like, "Oh, I don't work with you anymore." I'm like, cool. Colors. Yeah. Okay. Saying you're talking about negativity.
Exactly, yeah.
Reading negativity.
Here's the thing. I don't like to talk about negative things. Like, for example, if you ask me about a negative experience, it forces me to think about it and kind of
relive it.
Relive the negative feelings that I had at the time. That I'll kind of feel again. So I don't like to dwell too much on stuff that breed negativity, that make you feel good, not nice. You understand? I don't mind us talking about it. I'd rather talk about it so that we can and discover what are the lessons we can learn from it. Yeah. Like what we can do better, differently. And when it comes to clients, mostly, like I would hear their concerns and all that. And at times, really, they would and paint a picture of me that isn't the reality. And one of my things is like I don't like people telling me who I am. Like, you are this, you are that. Like, no, you know, I'm not that. You don't know me. I know me. I took the time to study myself. I took the time to know myself and know what are my weaknesses, what are my strengths, what are my insecurities.
And you're still learning.
No, but I did all that. Like,
I'm saying, like, as a human being,
exactly.
You're never going to stop learning.
Exactly. And here's the thing: people with wisdom and people that know things, you know, it's natural for them to expect that other people don't know it. It's one thing I've learned, kind of accepted also. So that has taught me patience with people. So listen to what the person is saying. I wasn't saying you were wrong in your situation at all.
I take responsibility.
Look, I'll be honest as well. I also lost clients.
Yeah.
You will lose clients if you're an entrepreneur, if you're self-employed, and and usually you lose them because of the way that you guys communicated to each other.
Exactly.
And most of the times is, as an entrepreneur, I'd always give the entrepreneur the benefit of the doubt. Like, you weren't wrong. It was the client. The client was here raising their voice at you, and then you probably also just got pissed and decided, like, fuck you. You know, you didn't tell them literally fuck you, but
could have.
Yeah, you know. But in a way, you did tell them that, yo, you know what, fuck you. You know, and that is something that we do learn from. Like, it's not. I'm not saying that I do tell my clients fuck you in a way, fuck you. No.
At
the end of the day, I need your money, bruh. I want your money. I want your money. But because of me wanting your money, understand that I won't kiss your ass.
Yeah.
I'll suck up to you.
I love my job. I know do what I gotta do. But at the end of the day, respect what I do.
You don't need to like me.
Not at all.
You don't need to like me.
But it'll make life much more easier.
For me to do my job.
But admit it though, it'll be much more easier if they liked you, right?
Of course, yeah. They'll pay you more even. They pay you quicker. They pay you quicker as well. Like, clients don't like you. Sometimes they take long to pay. But I haven't. Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, I have problems. Then they tell you the problems first. They first tell you the problems. Like, brah. So obviously they won't say brah, but like, brah, I had to pay this and I had to pay that, and money is coming in slow, and they like to lie, brah. Yeah. I just feel like people are also egotistical, and they let that ego of theirs guide them through life because, you know, they've gotten by with it. Yeah. And in our field, when it comes to graphic design and web development and app development and software development, so to say, client is never right, because what do you know about my job? You can't recommend, because with clients, with other say types of business, you can recommend, for example, to say, I go to a fast food place, buy pizza, and the pizza doesn't have enough cheese on it. I'll be like, yo, if you guys can add a bit more cheese, you'd have me as a returning customer.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you made your crust a bit thinner, for example, stuff like that. When it comes to graphic design, for example, you can't be like, yeah. But what do they know? They can't talk to you about gradients and fonts and.
To be fair, I don't even know half of that shit.
types.
I just do what I gotta do, man.
Exactly. yeah. But they can't come to you and recommend anything to you because they don't know. They don't know.
You know, it's like this thing I read. I think it's surrounding Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Basically, this man spent 20 years or whatever, I have many years, practicing for something that was gonna take less than how many seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy probably only ran for less than 30 minutes for him to make more than 200 million.
You see what I mean? So it's like,
but he had to practice.
But you had to practice. Years. Exactly. That's what people don't understand. Is like, it was easy. Everyone would be doing it.
Yeah.
You would be coming to me, you know? So at the end of the day, I also try to respect people for a time. Mm-hmm. Something I keep on reading in these books that I'm reading right now. Time. Value people's time. Mm-hmm. Like if you're late for a meeting, whatever, try to make it up at the end of the day, but try not to make it a habit also.
Yeah.
Apologize sincerely, but also thank them for having patience with you.
Here's my thing. Like, I feel like this is my philosophy in life. The way a man approaches or deals with women, how he approaches everything else in his life. So, if a girl is late, you guys scheduled like 7 o'clock, we're meeting up here. She comes there at 7:30. Problem. You have to tell her. You have to dress it immediately. No, you waited there. It's your time. At the end of the day.
Could have left. I could have been doing something else.
Exactly.
That's why I try to emphasize on, like, look. And I'm not like saying I'm an advocate for on time motherfuckers, but I try to practice what I preach also.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like clients that come and I started. There's a guy I follow. I think James Martins. This is James. Fucking up. But he's a designer.
Yeah.
And he has these really dope content where he's like how you separate real clients from fake clients, or rather not non-paying clients.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I started to observe it now because I have so many maybe clients like, oh, I get a quotation. Oh, how much is it? Can't you do it for like this? I'm like, no. One thing I try to emphasize on, try not to do not look, understand.
Respect my time, bro.
Even for me, like initially I used to compromise myself a lot, but as I got older and started to understand these things, I'm like, guys, you know your value. You know how much you're worth. You know what your time is worth. Avoid compromising yourself. There are certain instances where you can compromise yourself knowing that, okay, if I do this, I know this is going to come. If that's the case, strategize it, plan it out, calculated risk. Moral of the story is avoid compromising yourself for maybe clients or potential. It's enough. Even for money, man.
It's for money, bro.
It gets to you, man. It gets to you. Because me, I have a conscience.
Exactly.
Like, these things do end up fucking, flooding my mind at some point. And I'm just like, fuck. They do that.
Exactly.
How many logos have I designed that aren't even being used?
Your time, bro. I always think about you. Like, I remember the conversation that we had, and then I was like, and then you'd mentioned that no, this client wanted this and that, and then I did this, but then at the end of the day decided to. That's the thing, it comes in with. If you are in our line of business and you're listening right now, don't ever send a client a sample. Do you know what your samples are? Work that you've done before. It's proof of work that is enough for them as a sample. If they aren't happy with the work that you've done before, then it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy trying to pursue that bag, trying to chase that bag. Leave that bag alone. People that know your value and they see your work. And my thing is like, I put value on my time because I charge per hour, and I always allow my work to do the talking for me. I'm very bad at selling myself. That's because of the person that I am. I feel I need to jump through hoops for people. So I'll show you my work. You see my work, like it.
We can do something.
Then we can walk this road. If you don't like it, it's okay.
Yeah.
I will always find business. If I don't find business, I can always start up something myself.
Yeah.
Like I can be your direct competitor as well. Just because I don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
Because I have so many other things going on. But if I really wanted to,
Yeah. And don't get it twisted, guys. Look, I'm not saying you shouldn't pursue clients. You should by every means, by any means necessary. No. From my perspective, no. But listen, let me finish. Pursue clients, but also understand when you're being fucked over. Understand that, because at the end of the day, you can't. Huh?
When do you know that?
Experience. I approach clients.
How will you know a client is going to undervalue you?
Oh, you will know. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they always have.
You will know. You can read the bullshit. You
but
can
it's only through experience.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's what I'm saying. Pursue clients, but also trying to read between the lines. By all means,
don't ever go for a client that tries to talk down your price. Like, you can give them a discount. I know this is one thing that Namibians are very common to doing. They always like a discount. Be willing to go a certain amount. Don't ever go for a client that isn't happy with your price. Like, if they can't afford it, let them go, bruh.
Yeah. Like I said, you end up uprooting the ones that want to pay as opposed to those that don't want to pay.
At the end of the day, you'll end up
the ones that will come.
At the end of the day, you'll end up messing up your business, because you know what? You'll end up going for this client that made you go for a discount that is way below your valuation price, your normal asking price. They go around with that price that you quoted them. Or that you invoice them, because quote is like prospective, invoice is definite. So they'll go around with that invoiced amount that you gave them. Say, for example, your normal price is 800 an hour, and you go charge them 300 an hour. They'll go around with that 300 an hour, go advertise to other people.
This is what I got. This is
what this guy is actually charging. And then at the end of the day, you'll undervalue yourself. You'll have to go down from your 800 that you're used to, because you were so desperate or whatever that you went down to a 300 to get the job. And then it becomes a thing of, oh, you're lying, because then that person goes around telling people that no, this guy charges 300 an hour. Then you are going around telling people that I charge 800 an hour. Obviously, they'll be like, no, this guy's lying, because he has a client.
He did.
I heard, that he did this for 300. Why is he asking 800 right now?
I should start specifying exactly, like, no, this can't be you.
Bruh,
don't
people that undervalue you, clients that undervalue you, don't go for them, bruh. If they can't afford it, they can't. And this is one thing I learned. All clients can afford your services. Yeah. All of them.
I think so.
Everybody's just looking for a discount. Yeah. But be willing to go a certain amount. Below that, like, it's part of negotiation. Like, come up to someone and be like, yo, offer you 30,000 for your computer. They'd be like, please give me 40. I'd be like 32.
That's when it starts. The art of negotiating.
Exactly. Have your minimum.
Yeah.
And then obviously your sort of maximum, because that's your price. Yeah. Have your price and then have your minimum. But never go. I just believe never go below 20% as a discount.
I remember when you told me that story, the incident. Yeah, man. That's like prime example of avoid mixing friends and family when it comes to making money. And because at the end of the day, I feel one thing I always tell my friends is, I don't give a fuck if we're best friends. I will die for you. I'll take a book, whatever the case may be. But name your price. I need to understand what your value is. So I know when things start going our way, I know this is owed to you. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
I don't want confusion. I don't want none of that shit. So,
but there was also a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
If you're in business, have your service level agreements.
Yeah.
Have your MOUs, memorandums of understanding. Your memorandum of understanding you have before you have your SLA. So your memorandum of understanding is basically to say that they agree that you are going to do the job for them.
Yeah. Because I called you.
Once they sign that, then you present them with an SLA.
Yeah.
Which is your service level agreement.
Okay.
To say that this is what I need for me to do the job. If you do not provide me with what I need, obviously it prolongs the time. By this, if you do not provide me with what I need by X date, obviously it prolong the time of the job.
Yeah.
So you can't be telling me that, no, you're taking too long to get my job, to get the work done. So eventually I pay you less because you took too long to get my job done. Your SLA is basically your terms, whereby you say that, okay, it depends on the project. But speaking from a developer's point of view, I'll break it down in stages. The first stage will be framework and the layout. The second stage is the content. And the third stage would be the finalizing, basically.
The first one was?
The fine touches.
First one was what?
Framework and layout.
Framework and layout, and then the content,
Mm-hmm.
and then the one
was the finalizing.
Oh, finalizing. It's just
touch-up.
it's basically putting it all together.
Yeah, making it look beautiful.
Okay.
Have your timeline set out. Graphic design, for example, you have your layout, of course, in your design.
Yeah,
concept.
My concept sketches.
But for you to be able to have your concept, you have to know what your client wants. So
Mm-hmm.
they have to provide you with a color scheme.
Client briefing.
Exactly. They have to
Very
provide you with a
important.
color scheme,
Mm-hmm.
and they can similar logo to what you have to what they want. Not something exactly the same,
Mhm.
something similar.
Yeah.
Something in that line, like in terms of look, feel, what they want. Show me that. Always let them give it to you. Don't you go, because this is what I learned. Client to tell me like, but you're the creative guy. Just do your thing. I do my thing. I take for example a week to do my thing with the resources that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I do my thing, then come to them and I present them my thing. They're like, man, can't we do this? Can't we do that? Can't we
clearly
do this?
you had a
Can't we
fucking
do that?"
idea already. Yeah. They had the idea already. So why letting me go off the top if you knew? You knew already what you kind of had. Come on, man. It's too much.
Patience, and you have to learn not to lose your temper. Like I'm a cool guy. Like I don't lose my temper. Like when it comes to stuff like that, where a client gets pissed with me and whatnot, I always remember that. You know what? The guy that knows the most. Yeah. So you don't have to go down to their level and
Not
be
at
like,
all.
no, wow. Just tell them, listen, this is it. If you can't accept it, then there's nothing I can do. If you want me to do a bit more, you have to pay more, and you always have to set it out in your service level agreements that, you know what, these are the amount of changes that you get within this amount of time.
Yeah.
For example, after this time, and you've given me your instruction, and after this amount of time, to change that instruction that you gave me, it's going to cost you more. Always have your agreements with your clients set in black and white. Always, every little one, and you have to think of every little outcome.
Yeah, man. I feel you, man. Cause I know when that shit happened, I called you. I called you like, yo, you alright? And then you literally broke it down to me. Even the fuck shit that was said, I was just like, okay. We're not gonna do this now. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties, but we're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. It's not. Some people are just they're not worth our time. Yeah, we need to understand that. But
if you took the time,
yeah,
to listen up until this point, and you want the part 2 for us to go into more details, comment down below what you thought.
Yeah, comment part 2.
Yeah,
and
comment, like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah. You just did my job for me. Thank you so much, man.
We're partners. We're partners also. It's not official yet.
Yeah.
Unofficially, but it's official, of course.
It's in the pipeline.
The two of us know, like it's official already. Yeah. We are going to be doing a lot of work together. So web development from Castro, Nangula, and graphic design from Maverick Designs.
You already know.
It's coming. It's coming.
No, but dude, this was awesome, man. Thank you so much for even being here, for even making the time, man.
Bro, I'll always be there for you, bro.
It's fucking amazing, man.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I don't know. It's these moments, man. It's just we're in the moment. That's what I love so much. It's not about what's happening outside. It's just when we get here and chill, have a couple of drinks and just share a game. This is what I live for. This is what makes everything so much fun. And I would tell you this off air even regardless. It's just these are the moments I live for. This shit is fun. Yeah. This shit is really fun. I like hearing people different perspectives.
This is dope, bro. Yeah,
I like perspectives.
Yeah,
exactly. I want to be
knowledgeable.
Right. Yeah.
Especially from knowledgeable people. Yeah. People that know what they're talking about. That's invaluable.
And believe me, I think I'm a dumbass to some degree, but at the end of the day, I like listening to what people have to say.
Oh, no, you're not a dumbass. You're a smart ass nigga. Come on.
I try to be.
You learn, bro. I see books around here, bro. This guy has books. This guy has been learning.
For the gram.
Thirst trap, right? It's a thirst trap and a half.
Are you reading this book? Yeah. What you know about it? Nothing.
Turn off.
No, but dude, thank you so much. Can't wait to do this again. Probably in the next couple of weeks, months, because that's really where we're gonna determine where we are in life again. That's
Exactly.
because I can't
When
wait.
you look back, yeah.
I can't wait. It's like, yo, remember we did the last night?
Yeah.
Wait,
See what the perspective was at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it changed it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it levels. We level up.
That's what's up. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Over here is not the same. People say they never gon' change, but they change. Times are moving faster, ain't no time to switch a lane. Keep me out of range, they say nothing strange. Load my ammo in my clip and I go ham.